I should be homeless while he goes home to his 3-bedroom house in a nice neighborhood and rubs his feet together under his nice comforter set, his nice sheet set, and watches his 70-inch TV on the wall and twiddles his thumbs together while I'm out in my car in the cold. Talking about he's gonna give me a blanket for Christmas so I don't be cold.
You are responsible for your own bills. He ain't your husband yet, so keep paying your bills, pay your rent, take care of your life. Then maybe later on when you get married, you can step up. Hey, what's up YouTube? I am back with another reaction, new video. If you're new to the platform, I wanna welcome you, and don't forget to like the video, comment and subscribe. And I'm asking you to subscribe to my backup channel. A link is down below in the description. You can go there and hit that subscribe button so we can hit 1K subs. Without further ado, let's get to this video.
So I ghosted my boyfriend on New Year's Eve, and I have not spoken to him since. Before I get into this, I just want to say that me and my boyfriend, we have been together for a year. Well, almost a year, 11 months. A year on February 2nd, we will have been together. Okay? My boyfriend is also 34, grown man. He also is a homeowner, has a pretty good job, and also has a business that he's starting. So let's start there, right? So recently, obviously, like you all have known, I've become unemployed. And I have not been able to find a job. I have put in like 30 applications a day. I've got nothing, like barely even an interview. I've gone on 2 interviews. So I've been literally struggling, and I no longer have the funds to afford these bills. Okay. Anyways, okay, I'm gonna keep it together for this. I'm not gonna get stressed out. I no longer have the funds to afford these bills. It's something so crazy about having hundreds of thousands of dollars one day and then the next day having nothing. But that's what's going on right now. And so I am vulnerable with my man, and I go, hey, I'm gonna need to like stay with you for a little while I get myself together. Like, I don't have anything on the rent. And so I'm gonna need to move with you while I get myself together. Mind you, I said he has his own house, his own 3-bedroom apartment in a nice neighborhood. He also has a best friend. His best friend lives with him, mind you, and has been living with him for however many years that he's like lived there, almost the whole time he's lived there. And so I'm like, if his best friend can live with him, why not his girlfriend, you know? So I'm like, hey, I need a place to stay. Which honestly, in hindsight, I should have even have to ask for that. He knew I was struggling. He should have said, hey, let me take something off of your plate. Like, come stay with me so that you can breathe and get this. If he really cared about me, he would have said that, but he didn't. He sat there and he watched me struggle, and then watched me get to the point where I was like, hey, I just need a break. Like, I'm literally so depressed. I'm losing my mind. I can't find anything. Can you please help me? And he said no.
Now, let me pause a bit here. If your girlfriend is struggling, it's okay for you to help her, because she is your girl, potential partner, potential wife, if you have plans together. And I think he was like, if I allow my girl to move in with me on my house, even if she got back on her feet, it will be difficult for me to chase her out, to tell her like, now you're good, you have to go, will be difficult. But for a friend, it's easier, so maybe he was like, it's not the right time, if I allow her doing that, will cost me later on, so I'll be like marrying you already, and maybe, I don't know what he's thinking, but let's continue.
He said no. He said no, you cannot live with me. Mind you, living with him is free. Doesn't cost him anything. He said no. I can't live with him. At first he goes, oh, I like that we have our own places to retreat to when we get into our arguments. And wrong answer. Number one, when we get into arguments, we never leave. Like, we stay in the same room and we continue to talk it out until we work it through, which I think is a really good habit that we have and a really good green flag that we have in our relationship. Yes, do we get into arguments? So does everyone. Yes, do I lose my cool? I'm a woman, but I rein it back in and we figure it out, and nobody goes home. So that's a weird thing to say. We've never even done that. Second of all, that sounds like a problem to me, not a solution. When we get into arguments, we should not be leaving, because what happens when we get married? There is no way to go. We both live in the same house. So maybe that's not a good habit to start. Being that we have not started yet, maybe let's not start that now. On our very first date, I told him that I wanted to be engaged within a year. I said, after a year, I want to be engaged. He said that's plenty of enough time for someone to know whether or not they want to get married or not. This is what he said. We have talked about it, I shit you not, probably 10 times throughout this year. And never once did he say, I don't think this is going well enough for that to be a realistic goal anymore. Never once did he say, hey, like, let's pump the brakes. I don't think that we're doing that well for it to get to that. So I'm thinking we're doing well. We're on schedule. After a year or a year and a half, we'll probably get engaged. Then he goes, I don't think I want to live with someone again until I'm married to them, which is some new boundary that he literally just made up because he's never said that the whole time we've been together. And I go, maybe it's not a good idea that you live with someone after you already got married to them, because what if you guys are not compatible to live together and you don't know that until after you're already married? Then what?
Dude was trying to protect himself. Remember, he's living in a nice neighborhood. He got a house, he got a car, nice job. So it's a dream man for every woman. He knows that exactly. So, and again, for moving in with your girl within a year and getting engaged and like everything like that, that's a very short period of time. You have to give it time, man. Do not jump into a committed relationship, and they have to understand a man is the one who decided when they will get married. You know, if they don't want to marry you, nothing will happen. But a woman is decided who is going to date. So for her trying to step up on his feet, telling him what to do, like you have to marry me on this window time, that's the red flag. He became suspicious, and now she want to move in on his house. No one will agree for that. So nowadays men are very careful of what they're doing, especially in a relationship.
That's really dumb, actually. And so I'm like, okay, that's a completely new thing, but granted, it's been a year. We set our goal for a year. Are we going to get married? And he goes, no, that was your goal. Since when was this my goal? It was my goal, but like, I thought we were in agreement because you never said that we weren't in agreement. Clearly, I made all this up in my head, and this was never a goal. I just thought it was a goal because I continuously talked about it, and he never said that it was unrealistic. As a matter of fact, he said the quite opposite, that it was a realistic goal to have. And never once, as we neared to the end of that year, did he ever say, hey, I don't think we're close to being married. So imagine my surprise when he says, I don't think we're close to being married. We still have things to figure out, because a couple of nights ago, I got super irritated at him and yelled at him and told him to leave my house. And apparently that's enough of a reason for him to be like, whoa, I don't want to marry her. All right. So yeah. And so I said, hey, I'm actually scared that I'm going to be homeless because I said, I'm actually thinking I'm going to be homeless because I don't have a job and these bills keep coming, and I can't do it no more. I'm tapped out of resources. And I think I'm gonna end up, if you don't let me live with you, I'm gonna end up in my car, living in my car, something like being actually homeless. And he goes, well, plenty of millionaires have lived in their car before. What the fuck? So basically he said, yeah, no, I'm not gonna help you. I'm sorry that you're dealing with this. I know it's hard, but basically he told me that you never really do have anybody to depend on, and you come alone in this world, and you are your own person, and you should be your number one priority because nobody else is going to be dependable, which I translated to, he is not someone I can depend on. Why would I ever marry someone that I can't depend on? I'm a dependable person. I've had friends that I've let stay with me, that I've given a place to stay for free, that I've been able to like say, hey, you can lean on me. Like, don't worry about nothing. Take a break. I got you. So if I can be dependable to my friends, you can be dependable to your girlfriend. It's not a crazy concept. Yeah, we do come in this world alone, but relationships are the whole reason of everything. You should be able to depend on the people around you, on your community. They should be people that you can say, hey, you do owe a responsibility to the people you love and the people you care about. And apparently he doesn't think that way, and I don't think I can be in a relationship with someone who doesn't think that way. And so I decided that I kind of ghosted him. I just stopped talking to him, and I probably will never speak to him again. That really turned me off. And yeah, that's why I broke up with my boyfriend, because he said it was okay that I be homeless. I should be homeless while he goes home to his 3 bedroom house in a nice neighborhood and rubs his feet together under his nice comforter set, his nice sheet set, and watches his 70-inch TV on the wall and twiddles his thumbs together while I'm out in my car in the cold. Talking about he's gonna give me a blanket for Christmas so I don't be.
We understand getting married is a very dangerous move, because you can lose half of your wealth. Everything you own, half will be gone like that, on the blink of an eye. If that woman decided to switch on you. And nowadays, it's not even you have to get married. If they're staying with you for a period of time, she'll be your wife by default. She can sue you and take half of your wealth, so he was trying to protect himself. But again, if you can help your girl, you can help her, just do so. It's a wonderful thing. That's the only time she will see if you truly care for her. On the most difficult time, he's supposed to step up at some point. Just pay her rent maybe in a month or two and tell her straight, like, you know what, I'm helping you out, paying your rent for this month, and then you have to make sure you get a job. Otherwise, you'll end up homeless again. That's what I can offer you. That's what I can do for you. She will understand maybe. For her trying to force her, getting married, do that and that, that's not good. Marriage is a lifetime commitment. So before you step up on it, you have to think twice to make sure your wife, your potential partner, falls into a program. If they've been arguing for so long, like she spoke before, it's growing up suspicion. Like, if we get again, we're getting married and we get into an argument, they are easy to jump on, let me get a divorce. They understand you have a lot more to lose. So don't make that move if you think it's not ready. No one forced you to do that, but don't make that move if you think it's not ready for that time. Give it a time. If she don't want to wait, and then let her go. She don't love you either, so why forcing that? What's the difference between being in a marriage and being in a normal relationship? It's the same thing. Maybe marriage, you just put the government between you, those laws, signing papers, but it's the same thing like you are in a relationship.